Good morning, everybody. Or it might be afternoon, I'm not sure. I wanted to make just a short little video talking about who are scared of the police, what type of people are scared of the police, and why they are. And I will tell you why I have some authority on the issue of being afraid of the police. So, and then that might lead into my testimony. I don't know. Parts of it. People who are afraid of the police are drug addicts, wife beaters, criminals, child abusers, people riding dirty in their car, people who know in their soul that they've done something wrong. That's who is afraid of the police. Not your average person driving down the street, no matter what race. If they haven't done anything wrong, they're not going to feel fear. Now, a lot of us have reverence for the police, the authorities, because we know that that man or woman in that car could possibly be holding our freedom in their hands. If they, wanted to. And if you've done something wrong, then they definitely are holding your freedom in their hands, because if they take you down and book you in a state where they actually charge criminals, you're gonna get a bit. You're gonna get some time, And this is why I say I have some authority on the issue. So growing up, I came from a very good household. But growing up, I started surfing young, and that just led to a drug type lifestyle. When I got and I drank. I started drinking at a very young age. And so when I got my license, when I was 16, I was always terrified of the cops. You know why? Because I had been drinking. I had pot on me. I had other substances on me. So every time one passed me, my heart started because what if they pull me over? I'm going to go down because I'm on things. Two guy friends of mine and I were involved in a incident. We'll just say that when we drove away, we knew everyone heard what had happened. We knew everyone heard the thing. And when we drove away, we were terrified that we were going to be identified. This is like 15 years ago. But, and we were terrified. And every cop we drove past, we just held our breath that he wasn't going to throw those lights and turn around and come snatch us up. So, and then later on in my life, from like 25 to 29, I got married, and my husband, and he's my ex-husband now, but my husband at the time and I sold things that were not legal. And that lifestyle leads to other things. And we were terrified of the police. Rightly so. Terrified. But we were doing something wrong. We were being criminals. We were breaking the law. And people who break the law are scared of. Hey, Ricky Bobby. There's my boo boo. He's my good boy. He's my good boy. Say hi to the camera. Say hi, brother. Anyway, people who are breaking the law tend to be scared of the police. Okay, so when you've got this whole and let me throw in there, when my ex-husband and I were married and we were doing the things we were doing, we only ever, our friends, the people we dealt to, were white little, heads, but our friends were all black people. And we had a home, and we rented 2 rooms out to 2 of them. And they were not criminals. And they used to make fun of us for being so scared of the cops. They were black. And I will repeat, they were not criminals. So they were not scared of the police like we were. It's not hard. So when you've got these activists like LeBron James coming on saying that they're terrified to walk down the street, give me a break. You're a freaking millionaire that lives in a house behind a gate guarded by security. Give me a break. So all these people, all these Antifa people, and all these, I shouldn't have said that, because one of my videos got pulled down for me actually using the terms. But those people and the Blem people, the reason they're scared of the police is because they should be. Because they're criminals doing criminal things that they know in their heart they shouldn't be doing. That's why they're scared. Because you can watch all the interviews, especially from Chicago, all the interviews of the people who live in the cities that these people destroyed, and most of them are the same color, crying because their livelihoods have been destroyed by these criminals. And the criminals say they're fighting for the very people they're destroying their lives. So that's why they're scared. They're cowards doing cowardice things, doing criminal things, and they're going to try and act like it's just because the cops are discriminatory. Let me tell you, okay, so, when I was with my ex-husband and my life I wasn't happy, I always had in the back of my mind the way I could commit suicide would be suicide by cop. And I would just go out there and wave a gun, and I knew that they would take me down. Everybody knows when you point a weapon, especially a firearm, at a police officer, they're going to shoot you. How can you think they won't? You know they will. So why do you still do it? Because you're high. I'm sure this video is going to get taken down. But people who pull weapons on police officers are going to get handled. That's their training. That's their job. Because if you're crazy enough and high enough and whatever else enough to pull a weapon on an officer, God knows what you're willing to do to your friends and family. Thank God they take you down. And mentioning God, by the grace of God, I was able to get out of that lifestyle. I found Jesus. Jesus found me. I had always gone to church and known him, but I strayed extremely far. But Jesus brought me back home. and completely changed my life. And I've been clean for 6 years now. And that's all by the grace of God. And I'll do a testimony video on that. But, you know, that's why I had to say something, because everyone's thinking it. You know, like, the people that are scared of the police are people that are doing things wrong. And I know that because I used to be one of them. I used to be one of them. Now when I drive down the road, I wave at the officers, you know? And I've called them and they have helped me more than I've been arrested several times. So if you want to talk about white privilege, let's not. Okay, because I've been arrested, I've been detained, and I've gone to jail several times. Never for a felony. But they still took me in on minor things. I didn't get no privileges. But the officers that arrested me back then, 10, 15 years ago, we're friends now. We're friends. I know them by name. I dealt with them so many times. I know them by name. I know their badge numbers. And they're good people. They're good men and women. But like I was saying, when I drive down the road now, I wave. You know, like, hey, what's up? Especially now, back the blue, baby. But, yeah, so those are the type of people who are scared of the police. And those are the type of people that the police are going to come after. It's not rocket science, okay? It's not rocket science. So that's those type of people. And really, to be honest, as hard as it is, they're our mission field, y'all. Like the Blem and the Teef, they're our mission field. They're who need our prayers more than anyone else right now. If any of them are savable or salvageable, we need to be praying that the Lord is able to touch their heart and to turn them around. If he could turn me around, he could turn them around. I'll just put it that way. So if you pray for these people. It's very hard to. But you can ask the Lord to give you grace in your heart to actually feel compassion for these people, because they do need prayer. They're lost. They're drug addicts, and they're criminals, and they're crazy, and they need help. They need God's help. They don't need a government handout help. They need God's help. So, you know, pray for these people. Because, man, Jesus, he changes lives. And that word of God, this right here, this is a game changer. This is your guide to life. Even if you don't know the Lord, you can open the Bible and read it. And if you truly want to understand it and ask him, he will help you understand it. And he will lead you to himself. And then your life will be a lot better than it is now. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Trump 2020.